Let's talk about. Let's do some Astoria reminiscing.
Oh, sure.
Eldis, do you have any? Have you made any big air? I'm trying to think what I did. I've had some horrible times here as well. I got bed bugs here when I first moved.
Oof.
I was subletting.
How long into the move did you get them?
2 months. Like it was like, dude. I was like, what was happening was, and when you first move, you're like, I'm going to Mike's every night.
Yep.
And I would go to the Creek in the Cave, Mike, and everyone would hang out outside, drink Tall Boys, and I'm like, wow, the mosquitoes at the Creek in the Cave are horrible, and I don't really see them, but I'm bitten up every day. And literally, I just get a call from like the people I was crashing with a couple who was in a very dysfunctional relationship, and I was sleeping on their I was sleeping on like a weird little couch in there, and they would have to be like, hey, multiple times they were like, hey, could you like take a walk? We're just gonna have sex in here, and there's no real walls for you to be in, and we just rather you not be here. And I'm like, cool, gonna go take a walk. And they're like, hey man, bad news. We actually moved your bed, and hundreds of bed bugs came out of it. Oh my God. And they were like, and I was like, oh, cool, man. That's awesome. So then I had no money, and I had to put all my belongings into a truck and fumigate the truck. It was like $700 when I had $0.
Yeah.
And fumigate the truck. And then I moved all my stuff here. And then for years afterwards, I would wake up in the middle of the night and be like,
yep,
I have bed bugs. And I threw away like 3 IKEA beds. Like I'd have a manic episode and be like, get the fuck out of here. Where are they? I know they're here. I had therapists be like, you don't see any bed bugs. Like there was the only thing other than my family that I've talked in therapy about is like, she was like, I had this therapist that I would drive back to Baltimore to see. I didn't have because I wasn't off Medicaid yet, so I would have to drive to Baltimore to go to the doctor because I still had Maryland Medicaid. And she was like, first of all, this is crazy. She was like, you have to stop coming here to like do your laundry, take groceries from your family, and come to therapy and the dentist, and then go back to New York for 3 months. I would see her for therapy every 3 months. She was like, and you have to stop. You don't have any money. You have to stop throwing away your IKEA beds. And instead, what I did was I would just get metal beds because they can't hide in metal.
Wow.
So I learned all the tips and tricks, and so I met her halfway. But yeah, so that was a horrible.
People who have bed bugs have PTSD. You can tell every one of them. We lived with James Mattern, who had it once, and every time any itch, he was like, burn it all over the fucking ground.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey man. It's like they're different people.
No, I literally hired an exterminator they're just with no proof. And no signs. I moved in the new apartment. I was like, I need to know there's no, and it's like a nice building with like a doorman, like rich people live there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to know there is no bed bugs here. And I just came out of pocket to just do that because I was just like, I'm not moving if there's fucking bed bugs. But
yeah, James used to do a thing where any bug he would see, he would put it in a plastic bag. And then he would show us the next day. Like,
wherever you were.
Like show and tell?
Yeah.
Dude, you'd be at a restaurant with your wife having dinner, and all of a sudden James is standing there. Like, what are you doing here? He's like, Papa, is this a bed bug? And I'm like, this is my anniversary, man. You gotta get out of here.
You're like, no, James, that's a rat. Yeah.
It's funny, too, like when you wonder when there's ghosts, you're like, oh, what makes them, James is going to be a bedbug ghost. He's gonna go,
that's a good point.
Like, what is it you get stuck on? He got stuck on bed bugs.
I think I know what you mean, though.
You know what I'm trying to say?
I know. I actually do. I actually do. Because like
so
we don't. Because the older I get, the more I relate to you. Like when you grow up, you understand who everyone in your life as a child was.
Right.
Like, why did that teacher act that way?
Right.
And then you're like. Now I'm like older than the people that were my teachers when I was in elementary school. I'm like, oh, I know how many dumb bitch social studies 3rd grade teachers, like 24-year-olds who have no idea what the fuck they're doing. How many you're like, why do cops act that way? And then it's like, oh, the guy who got in trouble for beating up his own brother at school and threatening a science teacher with a knife. Hey, that's who gets to be cops, right? Like those are the guys who, if they don't get arrested, they are cops, right? Like, and it's like, oh, that's why they're fucking violent, and that's why the guy who was like, who had like liked being in charge or whatever. Like, you just learn it, and it's like, what is a ghost if not the oldest person, right? So the older I get, the more I'm like, you're right. You meet a guy who's obsessed with bed bugs. You meet a guy,
They don't get off it.
You know, he's gonna be a bedbug ghost.
But yeah.
He's gonna be like, get out of here. And maybe he's benevolent.
Well,
he's like, I know. I see the ghost of the bedbugs.
Don't leave.
Every bedbug that dies in this room, I meet.
Burn your leather
And that's what
jackets.
sucks too. He can only carry on in the spirit world until he resolves his issues with
Until he
bedbugs.
gets his old building fumigated. Until he warns everyone in his own building and he gets rid of the infestation that killed him. A bedbug injected a rare blood disease inside of him and it killed him.
It takes a child to see him to make him see, and then all of a sudden that child's dad is an extinguisher or exterminator or whatever. Yeah.
He just like there's like magnets on a fridge and it's just moving them to like exterminator. It's like, doesn't say like red. He doesn't write like murder and blood. He writes like fucking pest control
Roscoe the dog.
and dead roaches.
Let me say this, man, and this might be crazy.
Yeah.
But thank God it's bed bugs and not bed snakes. You know? That'd be way worse.
So true,
You know what I mean?
Greg.
There's a bunch of snakes coming out at night.
Yeah.
Totally.
I don't want bed
No
snakes.
can do, brother.
I think they'd be pretty easy to spot. I think kind of the problem with bed bugs is really little.
I think it's a whole different kind of epidemic if they're bed snakes.
Bed snakes probably exist. It's a snake that gets in your bed.
True.
And you gotta kill it.
It's a different kind of infestation,
Right.
though. And
Yeah.
it's pretty easy. It's probably not going to be thousands of them. It's probably going to be maybe one. And it's a
butterflies.
catch it and kill it situation.
Bed butterflies wouldn't be so bad. You wake up and they flutter above you every morning.
I guess maybe one day, if you're feeling particularly literary, it wouldn't be a problem. But if you woke up every day, and even if it was a pretty bug that was infesting your bed.
Yeah, man. Maybe if you were, you watch Cinderella.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something,
Yeah.
but
I have
no, man.
I have bed. Wife is staring at me because I did something wrong last night. You ever wake up with one of those?
No.
Your wife is just staring at you, being like,
No.
"So you ate the kids' lunch? They don't have lunch now."
Is that how you're going to explain your impending divorce to your children? No, it wasn't that we didn't get along. I had wife staring at me, Bugs. So I had to switch apartments because that's what you do.
Yeah, that's the only way to get rid of that type of bug is you get a studio deeper into Jersey.
brother, you don't gotta leave that bug. That bug leaves you. And you gotta pay for that bug.
Yeah, and they're like, how long does it take to get rid of them? You're like, well, it's kind of like a 2-year drawn-out court process.
They figure themselves out, man.
Yeah.
They just go in the middle of the night with everything you own. And you wake up and go, guess I don't have bed wife that stares at me anymore.
But then you're like, and the irony, the new place has bed bugs.
Yeah.